What do you guys think about OpenSea adding, help and integration for different blockchains other than Ethereum?
I think
I
it's
think,
awesome. Go ahead.
yeah, well, I think, if you just look at the macro of everything, and the long-term health and sustainability of the NFT space, then having some competition is good, right? You don't want to just have one player that owns everything and gets to dictate how everything operates. So yeah, I think of it in terms of like competition, and having some healthy competition is good. I personally don't collect Solana, but I collect the crypto. Like I own Solana, because whether or not I choose to collect Solana NFTs or use the utilities myself, I understand that Solana does offer a scalable solution for NFTs that has been proven pretty successful so far. And so I think, if nothing else, it's a very bullish sign for Solana to be integrated into the largest NFT marketplace. So whether you're an ETH maxi or not, it's still probably a overall win for the space, in my opinion.
I think it's more expensive to buy on OpenSea through Solana. Like the fees are greater than Magic Eden or whatever. So we'll see how well they actually do. But in this space, it doesn't feel like anyone actually does their own research. So I'm sure they will pump super hard and people won't even realize that it costs more to buy on OpenSea than it does like a Magic Eden.
Yeah, shout out to Gifts Bags here, which is up 80% by holding Solana. Do you guys like look into like different blockchains? I'll point it to Louis and GIF here as well. Like for your project specifically, or are you guys always going to be on Ethereum? Is that kind of like just take me into kind of your mindset on these different blockchains?
I'm more of an ETH maxi, but it's only because of my lack of education about the others. It's not because I'm like, yo, I think ETH is better. I am big into the idea of true decentralization, right? And I don't think that Solana is very decentralized. ETH does seem to be, and that is what kind of my priority is when I think about the whole where I'm going to put it and why I put it there, depending on what blockchain. However, I do think that like the integration is good, um, especially like I feel I don't know what the extent of it is, but OpenSea like I seen like offers in USDC and DAI and like all the types. I think ERC20s are called. So like it only makes sense to keep it moving, and like if it could be for every currency, theoretically it would be the best platform that we could have for accessibility in terms of chain to chain. So hell yeah, like, but in terms of me minting it, I mean, I say I stick to ETH. I like to and I'll drop some more alpha. We got some claimable NFTs that'll happen for hip hop head holders, and it'll be on Poly, so I will be on Poly as well. And yeah, I got a drop coming next week, but that's on Zora, so that's ETH. But yeah, that's kind of my mindset.
Yeah, I am a bit of an ETH maxi, and I do actually think that it is superior than a lot of the other chains. But also, I think Louis is making a lot of hot points there. Like, I'm also not as educated on a lot of the other chains. I definitely pay attention. As of right now, like everything Nifty Castle is focused on Ethereum, and that doesn't mean that that couldn't change. Like, we're not necessarily like stuck there. It just, to us, again, based on what we do know and understand about main nets and all the different chains and how they work, and to Louis' point, decentralization, it just seems like it has the best long-term potential if you're going to be building there, right? So that's why we're still there, we're still focused there. It doesn't seem like there's any other chains that are necessarily yet as sustainable, as decentralized, as secure, etc. So I think we keep an open mind to it. But I really liked that Louis brought it to the decentralization point, because like there's a lot of chains that are all popping up, people creating their own main chains now, creating their own cryptos. We actually had quite a few of them, like literally salesmen that are out there, masquerading as artists, trying to onboard artists onto all their platforms. And, I was kind of grilling them a little bit because they were like, hey, you should come on our platform, you should use our token, you should use our marketplace. And it's like, okay, well, how do you look at your decentralization? How decentralized are you? And none of them could answer that question. And it's a really important one.
But Savage, what do you got on this point, man, as it's related to Solana getting added to OpenSea?
I love Solana getting added to OpenSea. Like, I'm also not buying NFTs in any other platform. I'm strictly on ETH right now, but that's just because that's where the big money's at. So the moment, big money is allowed to like invest in Solana, like if the SEC, makes a decision on them and companies can invest in that like they do Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'll be over there playing around too. But I'm going where the big money's at currently, and big money's in Ethereum. As you can see, Louis, I mean, he's in Ethereum, so I mean that's where I'm at, man. I'm going where Louis going.